run out of light, so I'm literally just going to take her back legs with the skin on and get them chilled like that so I can keep them clean on the walk home and take her back straps and yeah, we'll go from there.
The first of several deer I shot in the 2018 rut was this young doe. The farmer who allows me access to this property likes eating venison just as much as I do. So I thought I'd get in early on the first afternoon, shoot a doe, put it in their freezer, and then that would allow me as much time as possible to chase the bucks for myself. This was the first fallow I stalked with a compound bow. Not a real good head, but great to be in so close and hear that noise. His doe's got me. Lugging around this camera with a really big lens was great to get footage like that, but it's much harder to carry around with a bow or a rifle, so the next morning I took a smaller lens. So some of this footage you can see here, I was much closer to the deer, and when you're bow hunting you have to be close anyway. I saw this young buck plenty of mornings. He was always being chased by the big fellas, keeping his distance. This one here had a great left palm. The right palm had a bit of a cleft in there, but yeah, he was a sizable buck. I stalked him as best I could. There's not a great deal of cover as you can see, so I was crawling in with my bow and my camera. His does ended up seeing me, as is often the way, so I didn't get a chance to put an arrow through him. The fallow bucks weren't the only ones getting into each other that morning. It's always fun to see a roo fight. On this morning I had a friend with me. No rifle or bow. My friend is not a deer hunter at all, but he was keen to come out and experience everything the rut had to offer. This fella here had great length and width, but his palms were fairly ordinary. He was chasing away quite a few spikers.
Get into him, bud.
There you go.
Oi.
I'm coming for you.
One down there started croaking.
Yeah.
He's brave.
I wonder if that's where those ones ran off.
While we were watching this fella chase away the young spikers, another young buck came out in the scrub just behind us. His neck was wrecked from fighting. At this time of year they're crazy. He had no idea what we were.
He doesn't know we. Now he might.
This was one of the better bucks I saw on this property over the few days I was there. I thought really hard about shooting him, but decided to leave him for at least one more year because he had lots of potential, and I ended up shooting him in the 2019 rut. This was the best buck that I had seen on the property ever. And as you can see, he got caught in a barbed wire fence probably a couple of weeks before the rut started. It'd be a terrible way to go. I would have loved to have seen him on the hoof. Great symmetry, great palms. Being new to the compound bow saw me not make it happen, so I grabbed my rifle and went out to look for a cull buck to shoot and hopefully improve the genetics a little bit for future years. I'd seen this Clefty bloke a few mornings in a row, so went out specifically looking for him this morning. He was being chased by the big fella in the background a bit. .150 grain Woodley out of my 308 did a nice job. Not a stunning head at all, but I was proud to take him. Beautiful deer. Like many bucks at this time of year, he had some deep scars on his neck from all the fights. They're all beautiful in their own way, but I have a soft spot for the spotty ones. I think they look great. I spent the rest of the morning dressing him out. I took my time and enjoyed myself. That concluded about 5 days straight of hunting on this property, which was unreal. And after I packed him up, I drove to a different property and hunted in a different area. The video for that one will be coming soon.